You can summon the gods with a spray gun? Grover pointed the nozzle in the air, and water hissed out in a thick white mist. Unless you know an easier way to make a rainbow. Sure enough, late afternoon light flitted through the vapor and broke into colors. Annabeth held her palm out to me. Drachma, please. I handed it over. She raised the coin over her head. Oh, goddess, accept our offering. She threw the drachma into the rainbow. It disappeared in a golden shimmer. Half-Blood Hill, Annabeth requested. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, I was looking through the mist at Strawberry Fields and the Long Island Sound in the distance. We seemed to be on the porch of the big house. Standing with his back to us at the railing was the sandy-haired guy in shorts and an orange tank top. He was holding a bronze sword and seemed to be staring intently at something down the meadow. Luke! I called. He turned, his eyes wide. I could swear he was standing 3 feet in front of me through a mist, except I could only see part of him that appeared through the rainbow. Percy! His scarred face broke into a grin. Is that Annabeth too? Thank the gods. Are you guys okay? We're fine, Annabeth stammered. She was madly straightening her dirty t-shirt, trying to comb the loose hair out of her face. We thought Chiron, He's down at the cabins. Luke's smile faded. We're having some issues with the campers. Listen, is everything cool with you? Is Grover alright? I'm right here, Grover called. He held the nozzle out to one side and stepped into Luke's line of vision. What kind of issues? Just then, a big Lincoln Continental pulled off into the car wash with its stereo turned up to maximum hip-hop. As the car slid into the next stall, the bass from the subwoofers vibrated so much it shook the pavement. Chiron had to... What's that noise? Luke yelled. I'll take care of it, Annabeth yelled right back, looking very relieved to have an excuse to get out of sight. Grover, come on. What? Grover said. But... Give Percy the nozzle and come on, she ordered. Grover muttered something about girls being harder to understand than the Oracle of Delphi. Then he handed me the spray gun and followed Annabeth. I readjusted the hose so I can keep the rainbow going and still see Luke. Chiron had to break up a fight, Luke shouted to me over the music. Things are pretty tense here, Percy. Word leaked out about Zeus and Poseidon's standoff. We're still not sure how. Probably the same scumbag who summoned the Hellhound. Now the campers are starting to take sides. It's shaping up like the Trojan War all over again. Aphrodite's, Eros, and Apollo are backing Poseidon. More or less. Athena's backing Zeus. I shuddered to think about Clarice's cabin ever being on my dad's side for anything. In the next stall, I heard Annabeth and some guy arguing with each other. Then the music's volume decreased drastically. So, what's your status? Luke asked me. Chiron will be sorry he missed you. I told him pretty much everything, including my dreams. It felt so good to see him, to feel like I was back at camp even for a few minutes. I didn't realize how long I talked, until the beeper went off on the spray machine. And then I realized I only had 1 more minute before the water shut off. I wish I could be there, Luke said. We can't help much from here, I'm afraid. But listen, it had to be Hades who took the Master Bolt. He was there at Olympus at the Winter Solstice. I was chaperoning on a field trip when we saw him. But Chiron said gods can't take each other's magic items directly. That's true, Luke said, looking troubled. Still, Hades has the Helm of Darkness. How can anybody else sneak into the throne room and steal the Master's Bolt? You'd have to be invisible. We were both silent, until Luke seemed to realize what he'd said. Oh, hey, I didn't mean Annabeth. She and I have known each other for like forever. She would never. I mean, she's like a little sister to me. I wondered if Annabeth would like that description. In the stall next to us, music stopped completely. A man screamed in terror, car doors slammed, and the Lincoln peeled out of the car wash. You'd better go see what that was, Luke said. Listen, are you wearing the flying shoes? I'd feel better if I know they did you some good. Yeah. I tried not to sound like a guilty liar. Yeah, they've come in handy. Really? They fit in everything? The water shut off. The mist started to evaporate. Well, take care of yourself out there in Denver, Luke called, his voice getting fainter. And tell Grover it'll be better this time. Nobody will get turned into a pine tree if he just... But then, the mist was gone, and Luke's image faded to nothing. I was alone in a wet, empty car wash stall. Annabeth and Grover came around the corner, laughing, but stopped when they saw my face. Annabeth's smile faded. What happened, Percy? What did Luke say? Not much, I lied, my stomach feeling as empty as the Big Three cabin. Come on, let's find some dinner. A few minutes later, we were sitting at a booth in a gleaming chrome diner. All around us, families were eating burgers, drinking malts and sodas. Finally, the waitress came over. She raised her eyebrows skeptically. Well, I said, we want to order dinner? You kids got money to pay for it? Grover's lip quivered. I was afraid he'd start bleeding. Or worse, start eating the linoleum. Annabeth looked ready to pass out from hunger.